go where it's going to go. You can actually control anywhere on the machine head. The best thing you can do is to get it as low as possible. Now that will do is that makes the headstock stronger. So you can see now, if I grab the machine head and shake it, you hear it's not going, it's not fretting out. Now I could do it if I grab it like this and pull it. Yeah, of course. I mean, anybody can do it because I'm fighting tension. But in general, if you just, you grab it, you wiggle, it's so much tighter. Now, can I get rid of it? Yes. Do I have to make a new base for you? Yes. Or, you can use this, which the headstock here is not vibrating at all. There's no vibration. The headstock's not shaking. The headstock's locked solid. Because the tension of the string is so close to the headstock, I don't have all that extra tension pulling the truss rod. So immediately, when I string this up, I got to loosen the truss rod because it takes all that tension off that the headstock's causing. So I was very happy about that. But then I noticed that the notes are a lot cleaner. They're a lot stronger. They ring a lot better. So not only does it tune better, stop the headstock from shaking, fixes the truss rod issue, but now the notes are the same strings. I mean, same company, but immediately. All right, that's a buzz because that's a fret buzz because it's a low end bass. But now, like I said, you can't get rid of dead spots immediately, but what this thing does is it actually, see, that's another out of tune move, but they're not as bad as they were before. I can change the tuning a little bit, like I did before, and get rid of dead spots altogether. So the machine heads are just amazing. But I think the biggest thing is that you save your truss rod, the headstock don't vibrate, so don't kill your sustain. And you can hear how much stronger you get punches right away. Now remember, I'm not a bass player, I'm a guitar player. So my bass licks are like guitar players. So the difference between this bass and the last bass is my machine heads. So they're called Jenz machine heads. They have you can put the string anywhere you want on the post. It also, although it doesn't have any screws, it doesn't have any wrenches, you don't need anything like that, it actually supports the string and locks it to where you want it. It's not locked saying like it was locked like this, it's locked in a different way. So your tuning stays in tune. Sorry. This is really a $100 bass. I mean, okay. So I make basses for a lot of different companies, and I do a lot of different things. And one company I work with is the Ken Smith design, KSD. So this is a KSD bass that we make, that we made for them. Now I did my machine head modification to this. Now this one, the machine heads on this bass are, as you can see, no string retainer to begin with, okay? This is awesome bass. I don't want to clip, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit. So, watch. Grab the machine head. Let me go in this position. Yeah, if I do this, grab my whole hand, pull on it, I can do it. If I pull like that, it doesn't do it. But if I grab it and pull this way, yeah. But, yeah, that's not going to happen. So this strengthens it. But now, as soon as I put them on, neck, got to loosen the truss rod because, the string tension isn't so much anymore on the neck. But it's the most amazing thing to me is that how much punch the string has. It doesn't flop. The other basses I have, when they're tuned to 440, they just seem to flop. You know, this is like totally controlling, making it tighter. And if you have a dead spot and you want to get rid of it, you can actually change, instead of changing the tuning, you can actually readjust the location on the post. Now I recommend making the string as low as possible on the post, winding it all the way down. But on my machine head design, you can put it in the middle, at the top, anywhere you want. Basically, and the other issue is the strings are not wrapping on top of each other anymore. So they're not laying on each other. So although, like I said, it's not locking, it locks into where you want it to go. So, and on top of that, so you can stretch the string and it doesn't, unless they're new strings, it basically, there's an A. You can't see it. It's a little out, but that's a lot of stretching. But here that comes right in. Hear the machine head, how nice the function is? So my whole idea was just basically to correct these problems, but I don't want to rip everybody off, you know, and cost a lot of money. So, you know, I made it affordable. So what I did was I made an exact replacement machine head set for every bass. So you can just replace the machine heads. Now you can go buy Godo and other machine heads, you know, a lot of bass, you go look, there's not a lot of chance out there. Hip shots are great, a lot of them don't retrofit on. So if you already own a bass, what do? Buy a new neck, buy a new bass. What I'm giving here is the option to have a better tone on your current bass without spending a fortune. So the design, you know, I'll be selling these basically direct, they're already in production. It'll be, you know, between, depending on the color and the hardware and the actual model, if it's die cast or open, they'll be direct from $50 to $75, $80, which isn't much of an investment for what you get. You know, you don't, your truss rod comes back, your dead spots are better, the tone is just. Like I said, it doesn't 100% get rid of dead spots, but they sure are a lot better. I mean, it's, like I said, if you want to get rid of dead spots 100%, then change your tune. Drop down, you know. Like if I drop this note down, like right now it's a G, well, almost G. So I'll drop it down to F sharp, okay? Watch these notes. I'll drop it down to F sharp. I'm at F sharp now. Watch. This is crazy. Unbelievable. So the notes I had before that were dead are now alive. It's a frequency and the resonance of the wood. So we'll go back to where we were. Beautiful tuning. And so again, I'm a guitar player, so I don't play bass much. But all us guitar players do play bass. We just don't play bass, as well as bass players play bass. So get your bass back. I mean, I don't, you know, these are direct fit. I mean, the holes in the back here, they fit exactly on what you already have. You don't have to change anything. You don't have to drill any holes. You don't have to think about anything. All you do is take the ones you have off, put these on. If you don't like them, send them back. If you don't think it makes that big of a difference, then then I didn't do my job, and then you could send them back. But I don't think anybody is going to see that problem. You know, I'll give you your money back. But it's that big of a deal. All right, that's enough of my super bad bass licks. Okay, so those of you out there who don't know who I am, just real quick at the end of the video here. Yeah, I've been in the business for, oh my God, since I was 18. And I'm a lot older than that now. I have a few books out. One book I have out is not well written, but I did it in 2000. It's Guitarist Design, Production, and Repair. And in this book, it goes through everything. There's a younger version of me. Don't look much different. You know, it's a book about everything about, you know, setting up guitars, designing guitars, how to build them, electronics. Whole sections in here on parts too, so I'm not trying to sell the book, I'm just trying to explain where I'm from. And then this is another book some of you might know. I worked at a company called Ibanez Guitars for a long time. That was more than 10 years ago. But before I left, I wrote a book, which is probably the same picture as in that book. This is called Ibanez, The Untold Story. And this is, I researched Japan. You know, when I was there, we did the Gem, and we did the Satriani models, and Paul Gilbert, and Gary Willis, and just about everybody. The PBC guitars, I did them. J Customs, USA Customs. I ran the custom shop. Then I left there in 2000 and opened my own company. And now I have a few factories in the world, including one right here. And my latest that I came out in April is an iPad book, which you can get on iTunes, so you can see more about me. Basically, it's a book on, it's just maintaining your guitar, and it's interactive, so you know you can click on anything you want, and it'll bring up, you know, the section, and you can zoom in, zoom out. So if you want to know how to adjust your truss rod, if I can get a little closer here, you just hit the truss rod, and it brings up all the information on truss rods, and you can scroll through it, and you can do it in this mode, which is the regular, like a real book. And if you want to zoom in on something, you can zoom in, look at it. And if there's links in there, it takes you all around. There's just a picture. Close that out. So this goes into adjusting the truss rod, different styles of truss rods, how they're installed. You know, these shows you the, you know, bowed neck, warp neck, how to prevent buzz. All these things I worked on to get rid of this this problem with these headstocks. And so if you want, you go on iTunes and you can, there's some truss rod wrenches, all the different styles of truss rod wrenches, how they work. So for $7.99, you can go on iTunes and get this book if you have an iPad. It only works on the iPad right now. But you can see, you know, what I've been doing my whole life, and that really all I've been doing is trying to make instruments better. I don't think you can ever make a perfect instrument, 100% perfect, but I do believe you can improve anything. And as long as you can improve it, we're going to keep improving it. But you can't change, the one thing you cannot change is you cannot change the basic concept of the instrument. You know, you can, like I said, you can make it out of graphite, or you can do this or do that, but your traditional player, likes wood. So what we're doing here is we're improving the wood, the tension on the wood, not improving the wood itself, we're improving the tension on the neck, we're controlling the strength of the headstock, and we're eliminating any flex. So if you want to try them, they'll be available hopefully by Christmas. They'd be a nice stocking stuffer. So that's it for me, and that's my first YouTube video, 34 minutes and 8 seconds, a little long. I'll make a shorter one if you get bored by this time, okay? And you can find them on, go to noahjames.com, and there'll be a link there that'll take you to where you need to go to get them. At this point, they're not there yet because, you know, we just filed for the patent. Patent's going through, so I can officially release them to the public. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and you guys all have a good night. Thank you.